morning, everyone. Welcome back to our Friday morning trading room. I know today is supposed to be a rabbit hole Friday, but you know what? I haven't had a chance to prepare anything for you. So rather than waste your time, why don't we just trade today, and I'll look at putting something together for you next week. Running a little thin on indicators. We've covered all the big ones, but I'll find something. I'll find something interesting. Looks like here or just prior to the open, the market making a strong move. Let's take a look here at the daily chart for a little bit of a reference. And what's kind of jumping out at me when I look at this is this type of trend going on. We had a breakout above the highs. We had a retest. We have the market trying to resume the trend and really getting kind of sticky here. It looks like we're topping out near 8,000, and that would make sense because that's more or less the top end of the trading range. So we'll have to see here how the market responds to a trend line break. It looks like we're going to test the trend line. We can expect another bullish pushback when that happens, and then it's going to be the market's going to find itself in a bit of a tight spot again. The sellers are either going to take control and push it back down, or the buyers will take control and rally it back up to the contract highs, which would be very significant. Right now, however, here pre-market, I think we had a big retail report or something out today. And that definitely put a bearish spin on the market. It was pretty quiet going into that report, and then the report came out, and you can see it fell off rather quickly. All right, so at the moment, anyhow, it looks as though we may have a little bit more of a bearish slant to the market. Not much in the way of an opening gap. We've settled nicely here on the secondary support zone. The dotted pink line here from our support and resistance suite. You could put your just in case order to sell below here. Just looking, we have a trend, right? We have a trend. And if the market stalls somewhere through here, it's going to have a greater tendency to try to resume the trend than reverse the trend. As soon as I say that, we get a number 2 signal forming. If I get a 232 signal, I might entertain a buy. Oh, see, there they go. Well, if we're going to call this a trading range off of the open, this is our breakout. This is our retest. Do I really want to try a buy in such an aggressive move lower? All right, well, let's see here. I'll get my, okay, well, they're going to try to buy the market up here. So I got filled at 79.01. My 5 points will take me 79.06, which is the hard edge, which is what we would anticipate. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Keith says volume's a little bit higher on the December contract. I'll be looking to roll over for Monday. September contract nearing expiration. Come on, give me a little giddy up. They're thinking about it. I suppose my entry was a little bit early as I only had the 1 bar counter. I didn't have the 2 bars counter. You see here, I only had the 1 bar against, and then it came back with trend. In order to avoid that, you're usually better off waiting for 2 bars against. Okay, here's my number 3 signal. Where's my next number 2? Do I have to get ready with another short order here in case I get stopped out? So I'll look at setting a profit target here at the next support zone if in fact I do get tagged. Ooh, the evils of counter trend trading. I hate it when I dig a hole for myself right out of the open. I think that's what led me to avoiding opening range altogether, is the tendency to get in, get spanked, and then you got to recover. First, you have to recover your loss before you can look at making a profit. Okay, that is a 232 signal. It did not print as a number 2, but we have the buy signal, the with trend signal, and the reverse signal. So there's a little bit of hope here for my position. Certainly, if we get above this swing high, I should see the market hit my profit objective. Oh, it's not looking so promising. The longer it stays in the sideways channel, the better it is for a chance at a reversal. on, get up there. You can do it. Okay, so the buyers are going to take their poke at the high. Come on. One more bar. Oh, you stinkers. You scoundrels. All right, well, I can adjust my stop ever so slightly, I suppose. There we go. Get the trade. Oh, don't even need to worry about getting the trade to break even. Quick little hop up, and yeah, they found the profit target before making the next reaction. I don't want to be too greedy with that because of the counter trend potential. Oh, and caught a little bit of a lucky break in that the market did not retest the lows too much. Hooray for us. Your day could be potentially finished at this point. You know, if you're just looking to make your $100, there you have it. Not sure we're getting a total change in trend yet. The Eagle band is starting to get a little bit more bullish. The Hawk, Falcon, and Raptor already a little bit more buy oriented. Don't know if we're going to see another test of the extreme. I suppose the potential is always there. Again, if the market continues higher here on the Raptor, we're going to produce a number 1 signal to buy. I'm wondering whether I should, where's the open? I'm wondering whether I should bracket a range like this or like this. If I do it like this, we plainly have a breakout. We have a couple bars counter now, so we could easily place our orders to buy and sell because we effectively have the market range bound. There's my profit target to the long side. Oh, looks like they're gonna give it a go. So I guess technically it's not really a rule of three. It's technically a trend change signal. Stop placement, I may actually need to leave it back here in case the market makes a bigger test of the extreme. Not a real comfortable place to be stop wise. Here, we'll throw some lines in here to hold the market up, give them some support so they can't get through. We've got a few bars here. Yeah, sure enough, we've printed our number one signal here on the Raptor. Looks like I bought it right on the high. Woohoo! High of that little breakout bar. Couple late filter entry signals on the Falcon. The Bollinger Suite not in sync though. Oh, sorry, no, not my mistake. Filter out of sync, back into sync, trend line not changing color. Bollingers are coming into sync on this one. I don't follow fib levels much, but just out of curiosity, where are we? All right, so according to the fib levels, our profit target is just shy of the 50% level. That's good. And I don't think we've made the 38 just yet. Come on, bulls. We know you want to. Okay, so we're getting in that neighborhood of our swing target. There we go. We're going to kiss the swing target here in a moment. All right, it's the eagle. I'm going to take the trade to break even. There we go. We got our swing target. Can we get a little bit more? And I'm going to start rolling bar for bar at this point. I don't want to lose my swing profit. Oh, get going. Quick, bring your lines up here so the market can't get through. Nope. They looked back just enough to tag me, but that's okay. I still managed to lock in my swing target, my 5 points. No point in being greedy. Well, I've got my 2 trades in. I'm profitable on both. If I were running my trade quota, I could call for a tea time. It looks like they're trying to move a little higher. These transitionary periods where the market's in an uptrend and potentially trying to find some bearishness always leads to choppiness, always leads to swings back and forth. We may have to wait for another pullback of sorts before we can really get a handle on whether the buyers or sellers are going to be stronger here this morning. Well, it looks like if I was able to hold on through this little hesitation that occurred, we just hit our eagle target on our little trend change signal / breakout test retest type setup. You can see, or hopefully you can see, how if the market is serious about making a move, it's usually going to give you multiple signals. I suppose that's why there's so many different ways to trade, and why so many different indicators essentially show you the same thing. I know of traders who they'll throw a half a dozen indicators on their chart, and when everything is in confluence, when everything lines up, then they'll take a trade, and usually with good success. But honestly, trying to monitor that many indicators, well, you got to be a whole lot smarter than I am, or maybe more alert than I am. I couldn't do it. Now we're heading back down to the hard edge, maybe? Is that it for the bull move? I would have thought not, but I have been wrong occasionally. Just ask my wife. She'll tell you. Yeah, sure enough, there we go. A nice move back to the hard edge. Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting. Where'd that come from? The buyers, or pardon me, the sellers. Allowing the market to get up here to the primary support zone and then beating them up, pushing them all the way back down to where that original breakout occurred. Wow, look at that. That is a substantial move. All right, well, our Raptor, if it's changing directions, we're going to get a number one signal to short. The Falcon actually producing a trend change signal. Much easier to see this one in hindsight, though. When that printed, I don't think I would have been all that keen on shorting. The Bollinger Suite, however, was very bearish. Or are the bulls just playing possum? Regardless, we got ourselves a pretty substantial trading range here at the moment. This is the type of trading range, if you didn't want to be bothered, you throw your order below the low and an order to buy above the high, and you just let the breakout determine which way you're going. Why do I say that? Well, based on the trading range that we saw here out of the open, you could interpret this as a breakout and a retest. I'm sure there's some traders looking at this as the trading range, in which case this now is the breakout, this is the retest. All right, quick little trend change signal here on the Eagle, but I'm still not really clear which way the market is leaning. All right, and here we're coming back now with a little bit of a pushback. All right, I'm going to consider another buy. The fact that this recent move lower may turn out to be a test of the extreme opens up the possibility of a retest of the highs. Remember, tests of the extreme show you a market that can no longer keep the trend. In this case, the market can no longer keep the downtrend. And I'll admit this is a little bit aggressive on my part to be bullish so early before we have a signal or a proper signal. I'm waiting on that next buy signal to form. Okay, I'm going to anticipate the signal is going to print somewhere around there. We're going to see a retest of the high. I'll get my sell order out of the way. You could, well, I was going to say you could consider this an early #1 signal. Actually, it's not even that. It's a pure discretionary signal, and so far I'm fortunate enough not to have been brought in. All right, we're going to close that up for the time being. No sooner do I do that than we actually produce a #2 signal. Wow, we're getting a lot of candy striping. Look at these signals. A plethora of signals. Still kind of favoring the buyers ever so slightly. Why? Well, we're getting sell signal, sell signal, sell signal, sell signal. And we're not going lower. What's with that, I say? Oh, see, I challenged them. So here's another #3 signal. We might get a 232. No, we won't. Because there goes the bottom. All right. So what do we think? We haven't made a new low yet. Is this going to be a gigantic test at the extreme? In which case we can expect the market to continue higher. But right now, no, right now they're very content to head lower. So it looks like I missed a couple opportunities there, but what else is new? All right, well, we're pushing back off of the lows, off of the support zone. That does imply maybe sideways trading range, in which case the market may well test the top end. Of the trading range. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Falcon tried to get bullish there for a moment. Should I just bite the bullet and take the with trend trade? Well, I've waited this long. I might as well wait a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. We broke the low. This signal here did not print as a number 3 signal because we're a tick shy of the hard edge, but that is what it is. It is a number 3 signal. Okay, here now the number 2. All right, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to look to, come on, get in. I'm going to use that current bar as my second push. We've seen a breakout lower. Now we come back with a number 2 signal. So we could say this is the number 2. There's the width trend. Here's the counter trend. So we have a makeshift 232 type signal. I'm looking for an early entry because, well, the trend is down or seems to be down. I think there's an advantage to trying to get in a little bit earlier, even if it turns out I'm wrong. All right, here we go. Let's see what they got. I can take the trade to break even now, and hooray! Back to the hard edge, hit our profit target, and there's that little bit of a reaction that the market tends to make. Well, if I wasn't finished before, I would certainly be finished now. I have my 3 trades, I'm profitable. We're up $300 per contract. So, you know, for a Friday, that's pretty good. Remember, that's $300 per contract. So if we're trading 2 contracts, that's $600 today. 3 contracts, $900. That'd be a nice way to go into the weekend. 5 contracts, $1,500. 10 contracts, $3,000, and so on it goes. It's probably a bit of a trend line or something here that we're going to contend with. So we have the ginormous trading range and a trend line going on here today. Let's see how they handle the trend line when they intersect it. Somewhere in there, the sellers are going to try to push back, and then maybe the buyers will show that they have control, or maybe not. All right, here's the trend line break. Somewhere in here, the sellers are going to show up, move the market lower. That will give us a very nice number one signal here on the Raptor. You can see the Falcon already produced the trend change signal, and I believe it got up high enough to find its profit objective. The Hawk already bullish as well. We'll see if we can get one more trade in here before I need to close the room at the bottom of the hour. All right, let's entertain this number one signal. Not much in the way of a pullback, really just one bar, barely one bar counter. It may not even print as a number one because technically it's not all there, but here we'll anticipate the printing of the signal. There it is, the number one signal. Okay, I'm going to take the trade to break even. We're 3/4 of the way to our high probability profit objective. Oh, come on, give me the swing, you stinkers. They're not going to, are they? So I'm actually reaching here a little bit. Here, we'll kind of go halfways. My profit target is 5 points, so it should be 79.14 half. Oh, I think they kissed it. They didn't quite get it. All right, that's okay. I'll take the break even. Didn't feel much like leaving a bigger stop. I could have, I suppose. We're definitely a little bit more range bound, no question. Here now, one of our follow-up signals, our discretionary signals. I might entertain it, but only above the high, only above this last swing high, right there. So surely this will be a very big second push. Somewhere in here, there's going to be a second push attempt. Or there had better be. So there's my entry order, profit order. My stop loss, I'm just keeping it down here to keep it out of the way. Of course, if the market plummets in the next few seconds, that's probably as good a place as any to short. They're stuck. All right, they're going to make a go at it here, I think. Okay. Bring my stops up. When in doubt, the hard edge is good a place as any. And if we can get above these highs here a little bit, I'll start to roll below these bars that have tails to them. Come on, buyers, where'd you go? The ideal stop, well, that's swing one. This is swing two back here. Until you can see where the market makes its next move, That's the best place to keep your stop to avoid getting tagged prematurely. Well, not much love from the buyers after that little filling me on the one tick. I do have to close the room down though, so if you're in this trade, look for an opportunity to get your trade, get your stops up a little bit. The next swing higher, you should be able to get your stops somewhere around the hard edge, and hopefully the market will not look too far back. Well, actually, you can probably take your stops to the hard edge at this point. This next push is going to be do or die for the buyers. All right, gang, have yourselves a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you on Monday. We'll see you then. Bye for now.